My teacher told us our classroom was haunted, but none of us believed her until the day a book moved on its own. I was in 4th grade, and honestly, school was the last place I expected anything creepy to happen. It was just a normal classroom, rows of desks, squeaky chairs, and that faint smell of pencils and chalk dust. On the very first day of the year, our teacher, Mrs. Carter, stood at the front and said almost too casually, "By the way, kids, this classroom is haunted." We laughed. Some of us even clapped, thinking she was just trying to be funny. Haunted classrooms? Come on, we were 10 years old, not babies. But looking back, there was this tiny pause in her voice, this little flicker in her eyes, like she wasn't entirely joking. Still, none of us gave it another thought. Weeks passed, and life went on. We worried about math homework, recess drama, and who got to sit in the back row. Nothing out of the ordinary until that one Friday morning. It started like any other day. The air felt a little heavy, though, like the classroom was unusually quiet, even for first thing in the morning. Mrs. Carter was writing something on the board, her chalk tapping rhythmically. Some kids were doodling, others whispering. Then it happened. From the corner of my eye, I noticed one of the big, heavy textbooks on a desk near the window. At first, I thought the kid was reaching for it, but no one was there. The desk was empty. The book lifted, not slid, not tipped over, lifted straight up into the air. For one terrifying second, it just hovered, like invisible hands were holding it. And then, slam! It dropped right into the trash can beside the desk. Perfectly, like someone aimed it. I swear, the sound of that book hitting the bin still rings in my ears. We all froze. Then the screaming started. Half the class bolted to the far corner, tripping over chairs. I was one of them, clutching my backpack like that would protect me from whatever it was. Mrs. Carter spun around, chalk still in her hand. She told us to calm down, to sit back down, that everything was fine, but her face gave her away. She was pale, her eyes wide like she had seen the same impossible thing we had. I remember whispering to my friend, "Did you see that too?" And she just nodded, shaking like a leaf. The rest of the day felt like we were walking on eggshells. Nobody dared mention it again in front of Mrs. Carter. But the atmosphere in that room, it was like the walls themselves were holding their breath. And the strangest part, that trash can, nobody touched it. Not a single kid went near it the rest of the day, as if the book had cursed the space it landed in. To this day, I still don't know if it was some kind of elaborate prank or if Mrs. Carter really wasn't lying when she warned us on the first day. But here's what I do know. Every time I walk into an empty classroom, I can't help but glance at the desks, just in case one of those books decides to float again.